Well, I'm now at Trafalgar Square and famous Nelson's column in the background, as you can see. And I just want to use this backdrop just to talk a bit about leadership. And Nelson is an amazing example of leadership for two reasons particularly. One is he regularly used to have what he called Nelson's dinner table. He would gather his colonels, generals, other leaders around him, some young and inexperienced, others who'd been seasoned campaigners with him. And he'd have what he called seasons of harness thinking, where anyone was allowed to say anything they wanted. They were trying to problem solve together, dream dreams together, strategize together concerning coming military campaigns. It was a time where it was very relational. It was built around a meal table. It wasn't built around a kind of a strategic sort of plan. It was built around relationships at heart level. And out of that, there was a real sense of commonly shared values that they hammered out together, they learnt together, they went to war together, out of the sense of relationship that was knit around a meal table, sharing hearts, opening lives together. The other thing that strikes me about Nelson is that he had this philosophy, when you read about him, that said, if someone from around that table experienced some success, then everybody would applaud them and applaud their success. If somebody experienced failure, then it was shared failure, and they took the hits together. They stood with one another. They didn't shame anyone or make an example of someone's failure. And as a reason or a consequence of that philosophy, more and more of his generals were willing to take risks with their own lives in order to see the common cause furthered. Why? Because they knew that if they made a mistake, if they failed, there wouldn't be shame or dishonour, there would be support and mutual sharing together. And I feel that kind of philosophy of ministry, that philosophy of leadership is incredible. So it seems a bit strange that Nelson was stuck on top of a column on his own, because actually he was one of the great team players of our nation in terms of leadership. And I think those are sort of some of the values that we should aspire to in how we lead and how we train leaders for the future.